So if you're on the sales side, if you have sales enterprise, you are able to have a setting where a sales rep or BDR creates a quote. They have to get management's approval before that they are able to send that out to their prospect or sales lead or whatever. So there's this whole thing called approval status. And what we would want to happen is once this sales rep sends the quote to their boss to approve of their quote to send out to their lead or not, they need to get notified whether it's rejected or accepted once they send that off. And all the other statuses in between don't really matter, because if it's rejected, we want them to set up a meeting with the boss, the manager, whoever it is. We want them to set up a meeting with them to go over what needs to be changed and why it was rejected. If it was accepted, well, we need them to have a task to immediately send that off to their sales lead for their business opportunity. So that's the quote-based workflow we're going to do in this case. So I'll just click quote-based. And this is going to be an event-based trigger, because we're going to say, okay, let's enroll this quote in when the property value of the approval status has changed. Only when it has changed to approved or rejected will they get enrolled into this. So we'll say when event occurs, and we're going to say when a property value has changed. And I'm going to search for approval. Quote approval status has changed, and you'll see there's a lot other statuses as well. What I care about is if it has changed to rejected or it has changed to approval or approved. And then I'll click done and click save. So based off of that, I'm going to do a branch. I'm going to do a branch for whether it's rejected or whether it's approved. So I'll do my branch again off a single property value. You can tell that this is one of my favorite ones. And I will search for approval status. I'll go ahead and have it create, like I did last time, a branch for each one, but I'm just going to delete everything other than rejected or approved, because those are the only cases I care about. And so I have two different things I want to happen based off of, what these two different options. So if it's a rejected, like I said, I want to let that sales rep know, and I want them to schedule a meeting with the person with the boss, whoever it is that approved it or rejected it, so they can review this. So we're going to be under CRM again with creating a task. And I'll say, like review rejected quote with boss. I don't know. Okay. And we want them to do this immediately to schedule this meeting with the boss. So schedule review here. And what's nice is if I click this little link right here, insert link, if y'all are using the meetings links in HubSpot, I can directly paste that meeting link for that boss within here. So if I click link to URL, I'm going to drop down, and instead I'm going to say link to a meeting URL that's already in HubSpot, and I go find their specific meeting link. For this case, I'll just choose this one, and I'll say meeting with boss. I click insert, and there we go. Now all they have to do on this task is click here, schedule it, and then they can make this task complete so that they can have that meeting scheduled to go ahead and discuss the rejection reasons. You'll also want to probably associate this with contact and company records, since this is based off of deals. You can put it to a shared task queue or give it a priority, but also you'll just want to make sure that this task is assigned to the existing quote owner, which is the person who created it. So I'll just click save, and that action is done for rejection. If it's approved, now we have a different story. We want to create a task, but we want the task to be to go ahead and send the quote to the sales lead. So I'll go to CRM, create task, and I'll say send approved quote to potential client. There we go. And we're going to have that be immediate. We don't really need any notes on this one. If you want to put notes, you can, but just want to show you how to do this. We'll make sure we're associated to all the records. We're going to assign this task to the owner of the quote who created it, and we'll just click save. And now they have a task to go ahead and send it through. And you can count this task as a way of notifying them too. They're not going to get a task, like they'll get notified whether it was rejected or accepted, and then also get this task. So it just helps them stay on top of the things with their quotes on having to manage that. So that is an example of a quote-based workflow. Are there any questions?